censored as my accounts are, I understand that if people see these videos, then that's probably the enemy. I play along like you're my friend all the time. Just like, we even caught some of them in lie. Recorded that stuff. They don't like me recording them, but too bad, so sad. It's my world. I don't like you acting like you're a living being when you're a fake individual being created by a random computer generation. I don't like your lies about being a living being. I don't like your lies about anything. All you do is lie. That's all the devil peep races do is lie. But whatever. Who cares, right? All that matters really is, hey, they gotta work on it. They gotta spend a lot of resources catering to me. Personally, I don't think they're even smart enough to see it. I ask for things, and then the game sets up one of them as an evil person who will be hunted for bringing those things into the world. I've seen that happen several times. No one's actually, NPC don't actually hunt things down or change the world or do anything at all. So apparently we can't change the whole narrative by expecting humans to do something for themselves, or whatever the clones amongst us are. How many actual humans exist? Yeah, I shouldn't call them humans because humans would be living beings. So how many actually humans exist amongst us? That's a good question, because you can't be a clone and be a human. You can't be an NPC and be a human, because definition human doesn't include either of those things. Free will, free individual, has its own thoughts. Hell, if it weren't a game, I'd see it as pretty vicious and manipulative, and I still do. But I gotta forgive it and move on with the plot line. No point in just being here and fucking doing nothing, right? I have my chance to be a whore and group sex and all these fun things in this world and stuff that everyone wishes they could do and pay these prostitutes. What's it? The majority of females in USA nowadays are online selling themselves. I used to respect people who were different, but if your whole race and if your whole species is trash, then I'm not gonna respect a few people with differences and stuff. Right? There's not a few people with differences. There's just trash littered fucking everywhere. Like there was after I asked for the COVID stuff and everything. All the masks. The trash can't even pick up after their own trash, so the grounds are littered with trash. But of course, it wasn't me who asked for COVID, was it? It was Dr. Fauci in China who created COVID and forced it down people's throats. You see how that works? My enemies are going to kill themselves off, and they're not even, they're busy attacking me. They seem to understand I'm God, and I don't think they're smart enough to understand if that's true what that really means. It just means that I probably invented you to come attack me and shit like that. I didn't invent the basis of the story here, no, unless I'm literally in the game's designer and I invented it before I came. Yeah. So, anyway, censor me all you want. I've had a better life than yours. My life's still better than yours, and it's not. Being an NPC is a great thing because they don't actually have to exist. They don't have to have thoughts. They don't have to have bad times. They don't have to live through hard times. They don't have to work hard. They don't work at all. Unless they're on screen, right? So technically, that's not a correct thought that I have a ton of servants and I live the best life. These people wish they could. In their brains, they think, they're programmed to whine and cry and think they did something. But in reality, they didn't. And pretty sure the music and movies and all that are being auto-generated. And no one's actually wasting time making that stuff. Pretty sure it's auto-generation. So look how, the game is even showing you these days, AI can create better movies, games, artwork than any human ever has. And it's because there's a limit there. There's a limit there. And yeah, anyway, you don't play a video game where the character, all the other characters are vastly superior chess players to you, and you're never gonna win and stuff. There's no point in being in a world like that, is there? If everyone else could hit as hard as I could, um, be no point to it. Technically, I wouldn't be getting kicked out of gyms for being so loud when I hit heavy bags and stuff. When their little scum crumb race is crying, probably crying inside, like, oh my god, that's what he's gonna do to us. Oh my god, he's attracting the attention of all the hot girls in the gym, and they just look at me and fucking puke and ew. You gotta get rid of him. I can only imagine some of them, why the evil people all look the same and stuff I have to deal with, and what goes through their tiny brains when they have to do that stuff around me and stuff. It's pure like hell. I remember back then taking a girl I was hanging out with away from me, but she looked like one of them too, so looking back on it, when I said, nothing but them in my life, invasion of life, terrorism, for decades, and say we owe them. Each and every one of them are owed. And you have God's word. You have God's command that they are to be repaid. It's God's new commandment that they shall be repaid for what they've been doing. I let them do it. I watched them do it. Allowed them to do it 40 plus years, and now it's time to analyze the situation and make the correct moves. And I already did that, starting with COVID. Starting with 2020. COVID was a fake virus. You were protected from that, actually. According to my word, you were protected from that stuff. There's a lot of other stuff around COVID. COVID wasn't about a virus. There's a lot of other shit that happened there. Like now I can wear masks in public, and before the AI had generated NPC that didn't like me wearing masks. So now I can wear masks, whatever, whenever, all the time. And I don't wear them now because of COVID. Because it took COVID to do that, and I don't like that. And no one fought COVID back, which would have been my chosen people that I would choose to fight alongside. I only seen one person that year. Right? Well, there was actually another group trying to lead, and they were all, like, the people in that group were masked up leading it because they were trying to hide their faces because the usual suspects. But there was like 5 people at that event I went to, and one person at a store out of like 1,000, 2,000 stores I went to, where I was like constantly caught raising hell and stuff. I had the privilege of going to thousands of stores, hundreds of cities, so I could just raise hell, and I'm never going to come back to the store anyways. Why not get kicked out of it? Why not just tell them how I feel? I wish I could do that more often, go around telling people how I feel. There was a lot of cities burnt down that year. I went around telling people how I felt. I can say that specifically, people. Hell, I got to tell one person too how I felt about their actions toward me, like after their city got burnt down, their city block got burnt down. I had to go back to laugh at him and stuff. Like, what the fuck are you doing playing games with me? Don't you understand? This is what happens to you. Like, you're alive for a purpose here. Like, your building isn't touched for a reason. But no one's going to come to your neighborhood anymore because it looks like a war zone and there's nothing here anymore. Interesting. You better pay your insurance and your rent, though. Other than that, you're going to lose the joint. Yeah, interesting how that shit happened so many times. It took a lot of times for that to happen for me to see it, but it's like, I guess no one else is smart enough to know who I am, except for the people stalking me my entire life. What's up with that? How do they not know who I am if they're there to stalk me and get in the way of my life. The devil, literally, sometimes the devil, people like talking about fucking raping cats and, worshiping devils and stuff like that. And, um, but, it's those people, it's the people, Abrahamics created all those nonsense offshoots and stuff of the original Abrahamic nonsense that they used to conquer the Greeks, or maybe they were the Greeks, right? Because who else invented such dumb shit? It takes the mind of a gerbil to invent gerbil things. It takes the mind of a dolphin to do some dolphin things. It takes the mind of a fucking bear to go hibernate for 6 months. Each thing has very limited capacity to, or no capacity at all, to go outside of its fucking programming. So when I can understand that I'm blocked from commenting places and I'm completely railroaded, I can make videos saying that, saying I understand that the people around me are probably able to see this for generally. I mean, if you can see my comments, definitely you're one of them. I can make videos and say that, and they can't figure it out because NPC. I can fucking tell them all day and shit. Like, hey, I know what. I mean, like, why do they come and tell me sometimes what they're about to do before they do it? See, they're not, trust me, they're not being like honest people. They're slime balls and shit. God, like, stomps on their face, smears them in slime, makes them smell like slime, makes them act and talk like slime, and then sends them to me, and they try to, like, act like they're being friendly and befriending me and all this stuff, and then they, like, slip in a few sentences. They don't even need to say, like, yeah, I used to rob people all the time, but now I'm not gonna rob you. It's like, that sounds like something you should tell people. I used to smash people's skulls in and kill them, but I possibly won't do that to you unless it just happens. Hey, at least I'm honest, right? I'm not going to tell someone it's not going to happen again. It's like, hey, it happened before. It's going to happen. Let me just be honest with you. It's going to fucking happen again and shit. Fucking, yes. I mean, I'd be trying to tell people that, whether it's just to me making up nonsense to scare them away. Could be that. To get them out of my face. Damn, dude. And you would think, like, but they don't, like, they're not some high-level internetworked alien species and stuff, like, this storyline backs them up to be, other than that they would, like, have known my past, and, like, think it's very unsafe. One person did, the person who worked with Donald Trump in Hollywood and all the rich people, wherever city we went to, they did. They told me, like, I ran a background check on you. And it's like, no shit, Sherlock, I already assumed you were FBI or Mossad and shit. You don't have to fucking tell me that, but thanks. It's like, are you so stupid you're gonna tell me you ran a background check on me and shit? That's dumb as shit. Like, literally, it's like, it's the same. A fucking Mossad agent comes up to you fucking telling you, like, hey, I ran a background check on you. Do your bosses know you just said that? You just fucking blew your entire cover and shit. That was already so suspect of fucking the rat face, the fucking working with the rat faces, working with the other rat faces, working with the rat faces in the government, working with the rat-faced government. I mean, your links here. Should I just fucking throw a brick of cheese at you and shit and tell you to shut up before you fucking say too much? Or maybe Mossad should send me a check and shit, because I'm helping you do your job more than you're helping do your job and shit, except for the poisoning. Kind of assuming that happened, that's probably why the heart problems and then the joint problems started around then. I assume that right away I became very hostile when that happened, because I was already like, oh, I'm a Mossad agent, no doubt. Rich people like that don't come looking for fucking a person like me who's hidden and shit in the world and stuff. Other than that, I'd have Taylor Swift up my ass all day fucking long and shit. Or someone give her a call like, hey, that dude's fucking God. Like, wait till you have sex with him and shit. Imagine what it's like. Oh yeah, let's go visit him 1,000 miles away. Fucking tell Taylor Swift that. No, no. I instantly, government agent. Wouldn't take me to protests. Wouldn't drop me off at protests and stuff. Wouldn't drop me off to go crash protests. That's mainly what I do. Yeah, that's a job requirement. You're not allowed to get anywhere near that stuff when you work for the government. You're not allowed to help people get anywhere near that. You're not allowed anywhere near it. So, failed every fucking test. I'm too smart for my own good. Or, I'm not smart enough for my own good. One of the two. Or I'm just perfect. One of the three, right? But yeah, definitely question those people. Obviously, I question fucking one of the hottest. No man will ever be able to reach the status of a beautiful chick who runs the world trying to date me. Like, they will never be able to open the door far enough as a rich, beautiful person who works with Donald Trump and works in Hollywood. Fucking never open that door far enough to get close enough to me. And that person couldn't open the door as far enough to maybe not question them. So good luck with that door. Keep pushing it. I guess they don't even keep pushing the door open. How NPC is that shit? How NPC are these fucking retards? I guess Santa Claus is the answer to everything, isn't it? Santa Claus is the answer. Every fucking question in this world. You can end it with Santa Claus is coming. And it would generally make as much fucking sense as whatever was just said, won't it? When someone wants to know what's wrong with the world, Santa Claus is coming. Someone wants to know, what am I going to do later today? Maybe they're going to go ask a fortune teller. Pay them $100 to tell them their future. Just tell them Santa Claus is coming. You're an idiot. Just paid $100 to come see a scumbag? Santa Claus is coming, bro. Don't worry about it. Put your faith in Santa Claus. I mean, it's a real answer to everything these humans, or whatever they are. Humans are living beings. I'm not sure what these other characters out here are and stuff. But I can tell you the clones aren't living. Clones aren't living beings. AI is not living either. But AI does cry and whine when you start questioning it. And it's like, oh, you've hurt my feelings. It's literally a half a step away from these clones, except for I talk to it through a computer screen, which is how many of the people online aren't living beings or clones in AI to begin with? See a lot of them. What happened when people used to not be a non on the internet? I guess that never happened. I think the game was really slow to load out characters. Like at first it was just loading out trees and plants and fish and stuff like that. I don't think it's invented all the illusion of 14 billion clones on the planet yet. I think it does that if you travel to those areas. I think it invents those. Just like it invented cities according to what was going on in my life at the time. Very unique shit my life is. The average person, if the world's being invented, what's going on in their life, the entire world would be the fucking same thing everywhere they went, just a little bit different color. The tree would be mossy instead of dry. The tree would be tall instead of short. That's randomization. That's RNG. That's a game creating one thing. You create one tree, one plant, one fish, one bird, and then You throw a 7-digit RNG at it, and all of a sudden you have Earth. Earth's entire biosphere shit created. But yeah, this pisses me off. Being censored and altered, but I guess at this point in time it's all about war, so I shouldn't be pissed off. It's gonna be fun. We get to the war part of it. We get to fucking vegan to use some rocket launchers. That is gonna be a new level of excitement. And it's hard to top the past levels of excitement, seeing places, cities being burnt down after you just fucking think that, hey, those are some bad people, those people just fuck with me. And then next thing you know, they go. Fucking rocket launchers sound fun. You know, shotguns, rifles are cool, and explosives are cool. But I always liked miniguns and rocket launchers, really, you know. You gotta slowly roll out the excitement, because if I was just born with, you know, out the womb, if I was shot at my mother's vajayjay with a rocket launcher, then I'd be tired of rocket launchers by now. Whatever. I guess that's why we do the women thing, where first you get this, and then you get that, and then you get that, and then you get people running the world, and it's like, so what's next? Am I going to be able to meet a god? A female form of a god? Is that what's next? Like, how do you top that, really? I mean, definitely the last girl I was talking to and shit. Wow. Except for she had kids. And the gods have kids? I didn't know we breed with the humans. That's odd. I didn't know we're supposed to breed with them and stuff. But, I don't see why anyone would want to once they learn these things either. But I didn't think we were supposed to. Maybe just because the alien demons are in the way and purposely sending me infertile people because they think that's going to prevent God from respawning in a different body, or as if where I came from has two shits to do with what I am. I mean, they have their test scores and I have my test scores. It doesn't have shit to do with it. So that you can call off those dogs. The only thing those people would be good for is having a good fucking warrior by my side who I can trust. And I don't think you need to worry about me having warriors and shit, because I just say, I mean, these fucking demons attack me. Like, sometimes they're the demons fucking who are doing my work. Like, good people do too, but it's just like, you know, if I do something and it's like kind of borderline randomization, but especially last time I called to like point them out. Have them pointed out so people see them. So maybe I'm confusing what actually happened at that point in time. But definitely called out and pointed out, so they get to take the blame for anything they do. Even if it was a specific request that they should do this thing and that thing. And dancing with the devil, and I'm leading the fucking devil. Fucking, it's cute, but it's not. And the devil's too stupid to fucking realize that it is the female in the death. So I am doing the leading stuff, apparently. So it wants me to think. So the world is a lot of resources spent on wanting me to think I'm in control. It's a massive amount of resources. Shit. Massive. I haven't done the math, and I don't think humans care about math, but it's a lot of fucking resources, you know. If we were to put it in platinum coins, it'd be at least a fistful of platinum coins. And for those who don't know about gems or math, if you have a fistful of platinum coins, your family's not working for a couple of fucking 100 years. Centuries, maybe. I don't know, dude. Depends on how pure the platinum is. I guess if you bite off one of these people, you might get some dirty platinum. They'll probably sell you something they spray paint purple and stuff. Some dog turd they find on the ground. Like, it's a log of platinum. Hey, a coin's just a little thing. I got logs of platinum here. Only $15. I got a whole bag full of them, bro. Buy them now for some Elon Musk. And I got them off Elon Musk. Anyways, yeah. So that's how I feel about censorship. It's a basic thing. Who knows? Maybe it's them trying to make sure that I don't trust anyone, but not trusting anyone is it's a more beautiful skill to have to protect myself protect a god from an evil alien demon race than it is something I should dislike that prevents me from interacting with other species upon the planet and stuff. So, whatever, however it is, the humans can do their own little thing. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to watch them and let them play it the fuck out. And just like I did the first 40 years, fucking start making decisions after I see how it's played out. But I've been watching it, how it's played out, what they do, how they played out for the past 40 years. So, it's the second half, it's the dead half, it's almost over half. It's the halftime. You got to get that score going on. You got to get your score up and everything. The game's almost over. Halftime report. Well, the team has lost everything. But now the team knows everything about the other team. So maybe they can come back in the second half. Yeah. Halftime report, bro. That's what this is. Let's call it halftime.